Alright, give it to us straight, Doctor. Is it gonna make it to the tournament? You guys know I'm not that kind of doctor, right?
Yeah, I know. Well, anyway, hey everybody, this is Retrokid Reviews. Wishing I could do my already long overdue retro review of the Mortal Kombat franchise. We just got a bit of a snag for the inevitable review because one of our participants for the retro tournament is a little incapacitated. Oh God, I can't. I finally get to be. No, you top down it. No, Gary, don't.
I mean, the guy's more murder than you.
Really, dude?
I finally get to have my Tom McFarlane figure, and I lose an arm to that damn fucking thing you call Violator. I'll find you in all the ends of the earth and all of the 10 hells.
Wait, there's more than one ring of hell? Damn it, Cage. Alright, yeah, look. How are we looking now? Seriously, is he ready to go at any moment?
Next week at best, but you gotta do something in the meantime. You have to review an image thing.
Okay, first of all, I'm not doing Walking Dead.
Well, you're half right. Look, the Necroplasm can definitely get his arm back up and running, and a shitload of glitter glow.
Yeah, peek behind the curtain much?
Look, either you do an image comic review of anything, or else, I don't know, I'll club you to death or make you come back to the Hellspawn.
Yeah, and the Cult of Cotriostro and how many other Van Helsing wannabes want my fucking family name? Yeah, no thanks.
You know you're not invincible, right?
Huh. Just got me an idea.
No, don't you think about it.
Oh, actually, you know what? The animation show just came. What the hell are you guys talking about? Cage, you came at a great time being in this real nerd first. Anyway, well, since he's incapacitated for the meantime, I have a little bit of an ultimatum. And this is included with Cyan.
You're not dating her.
No, but we can hang out and just, not talk about your crappy past.
I'll fucking kill you.
Sure you will. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the first couple episodes of Invincible that came out last week. First and foremost, I know nothing about the animated, I watched the series, but it looks great. The cells look good. It's very creative owned, just like most image characters are, but the comic itself is a lot crazier than it looks. Like, for the most of it, I highly recommend Compact. That they did a great rundown of, I think, the first 20 issues of the main book. Grand total is about 144 or 145, depending on the 0 issue. Other than that, it's a good series. It's the most dark version of, a dark version of superhero stories, but yet still optimistic in the end, weird as it sounds. So yeah, the cast itself is looking great. The title character, Invincible, is played by Steven Yeun, who is really having an amazing 2021 so far. He's got his voice acting game pretty good. He directed Minari, Card there, because I really want that movie to actually, win all the Oscars, honestly. If I was doing Oscar buzz or doing an Oscar reacts, I would be, shooting for the moon for that movie. Man, because Steven has really come a long way since The Walking Dead. Speaking of, this is his second appearance back into working with Robert Kirkman since, being Glenn. Oh yeah, his eye was all... Cage, if you talk about that, I will fucking cut your head off. I'm an MK character and we kind of come back from the dead a lot. Yeah, as Revenants. Seriously. Yeah, I kind of dropped off with the series right around when Negan was becoming a thing, and just before the Whisperer War, so in case anyone wants to know where I am series-wise, that's kind of why. Plus, I hope the series ends pretty soon. It feels like they're wrapping stuff up. Character-wise, I don't really know. Get back on to the review. I really want my arm back. Okay. So, yeah, that's where we are with the series so far. It's really nice. The only thing I think everyone kind of noticed about the animation style is one of the superheroes here, Adam Eve, who actually, I think, later in the books become a really good partner/love interest for Mark Grayson, who's invisible behind the mask wise. But I really want to get into basically his dad, who's voice acted by J.K. Simmons of all people, which is really nice. Long story short, it's basically, in Mark's case, he's kind of like the beginnings of a good Superman story, and then Mark's dad is basically what everyone who normally do a Superman character do, a dark side version of him, or he starts becoming evil around this point. And everyone else here, character-wise, are really cool. Sandra Ho, I think I forgot her name right, for Mark's mom, is doing a lot more here than she is doing in the comics, because in the comics she's kind of like... Well, you'll know why when there's a certain turn that happens later in episode 1, which I won't spoil for the sake of... mostly for the sake of time, but mainly that this book really takes a turn real quick. The rest of the cast are pretty cool. Shoutouts to Zachary Quinto for doing Robot, who is actually a very one of those dry humor kind of characters, but actually not bad. I had no idea that this guy here, Cecil, was played by Walter Goggins, because I think he got rid of his justified southern accent for that character, and it kind of paid off. It's really not bad. There's also characters that are referenced later on in most of these episodes for future story arcs in the comic proper. But just as an overall, timing-wise, for an animated series like this, we usually be like 20 or 25 minutes. If you get rid of commercials, it'd be like a standard 30. For all 3 episodes, it's about 40 plus, which is not bad. Which actually feels like an hour in like animation time, and it did give enough room to breathe for setting up what will be going on later on this season. I won't do a full like week by week basis like I did with my The Boys episodes. I'll just wait till like the season wraps up and I'll give you like my full overall. But what I have so far, it's not bad. It's a great interpretation of like what I want in like superhero parody shows, is to just be hopeful, still have some optimism, and then show the darkness of how it really is, and not in like a misleading kind of way, but like, oh, it's all cool and optimistic, but then you see the real side of it, and you're like, how's Mark gonna like actually handle when when push comes to shove for this kind of like environment, and it is pretty cool. The only thing I think there's differences, like certain characters got recasted in different races and stuff, maybe just be with the times. Their knockoff Justice League, I think, had like their Batman switched out from a different race entirely because Lily James was voicing him. And for those who remember Lily James, he's a regular on Walking Dead. Like a lot of Walking Dead regulars got to be on the show for the first couple episodes, and I hope that same kind of vibe continues on, because I don't know what you can do with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, because again, I haven't read the entire series. I've only known the highlights just by passing a reputation over the years, but it gets crazy as time goes on. I'm going to be honest with you. So if you have any ideas of who any of the characters or people I've mentioned so far that could drop into the series, let me know in the comments. But yeah, other than that, rating wise for all 3 episodes, it's an instant 10 out of 10. It exceeded my expectations for even being a casual fan of, just again by reputation, of Invincible. But for those who are hardcore with it and have been with it since day one, are really surprised that they got a lot out of the way right out of the gate. Same with like Mark getting his powers and just getting into like the whole Spider-Man optimistic vibes, and then like I guess either next week's episode or I guess a couple weeks later down the road, because they're gonna do the same thing like in The Boys season 2. They did a 3-episode drop just to get you an idea how the show works. If you don't like it, you can leave from there, kind of thing, like they did with season 2 for The Boys. And week by week, I think is going to be the model going on forward. And I wasn't really okay with the idea at first, but then I realized, you know what, everyone's been used to binging everything, so I guess try to have a traditional TV aspect for everyone else who's been used to week by week basis kind of TV shows. It's kind of like the, I guess, new standard model for a while. I don't know if it's going to go back to binging in season 2, which I don't think you really should for Invincible, because it does take a lot of time animating it, and you could tell for some of the cells that there were some things they missed out. Like I said earlier with Adam Eve's, like, I guess, symbol for her costume and stuff like that. There are going to be animation errors eventually, but they'll probably smooth it out by the end of the season, hopefully. So, that all being said, can you get this guy's thing fixed or not? You have to join the prayer. I haven't done that since Her. Yeah, well, either you do a retro review of Her series, or you do the damn prayer right now. Alright, fine. Can I do it off screen? Fine. Terms of the deal initiated. Thank you. So, with that all being said, I gotta go fix up this guy's arm. I will fucking kill you. Yeah, I know, jackass, but you're gonna have to get that arm fixed first before you get your sword back. I really hate you sometimes, and I like your mom with her deals sometimes. So yeah, so before anything else, I highly recommend the series, and before next time, before we come back for our proper start for Mortal Kombat retro reviews. This is Retrokid Reviews with the now famous Real Nerf Johnny Cage. Yeah, shout outs to my merch. Check out the new figures. It's got the split kick action, and oh yeah, you get a proper one of my best moments, you know, and in the Ninja Mime series. Look, not every franchise is better. You gonna do the prayer or not? Right, so Enkar's finally coming up, going to his broken arm here. I will fucking end you. Yeah, sure you will. To see our previous video discussing the recasting of Batwoman and other hand here to the finale or whatever version of the Snyder Cut. Yeah, we're not out of the woods there yet, sorry. Actually, no, let me rephrase.
It was the Suicide Squad trailer. How the hell did you forget?
Well, when we have an injury like this, I tend to forget which one's which on the previous videos. By the way, Armor here to see my previous video. Sub to the channel. Go to, I guess, anyone here for the bell down below. And, yeah, if you want to know future content when it comes to image, characters like, I don't know, you'll never do a retro over me. Wait, really? Just say the damn thing. Alright, yellow mother, I was like, wait, that's the print? Oh, God, oh, my arm! You gotta hold still, come on!